We've got Mr. Jay Davis, Mr. Game Day himself, Morgan Smith. Is it Razorback Billy today?
Razorback Billy,
okay.
baby.
Billy Lavender, and I'm Brian Bolt.
Brian Bolt hurt. Bolt. We got to come up with a nickname for Jay.
I don't know.
I'm good without one right now.
I didn't think I had one, but
I got a new nickname after beating Ron so bad in basketball today. I don't think I can say it.
By the way, we need to see if we can get that queued up for later in the show. But
I'll pass on that. It wasn't. Listen, I hadn't played basketball in legitimately a year and a half. Last time I did, I beat a kid in 1-on-1, 10-0. He started crying.
How old was this kid?
He was in 8th grade. He bet me that if I beat him, he would shout me out on Instagram that I beat him. But if he beat me, I got to shout him out. And I beat him, and he started crying. And he said, I can't do it. His mom asked me if I'd take the bet back. That's true. That's 100% true story. Ron today, man, I just hadn't played in a while. I mean, and, he was a little dude, so I was like, I'm just going to back him down every time. But it should have been 10-0, but I wasn't hitting my layups. So, I stretched it out a little bit. But somehow he got gas before I did.
He's a soccer player.
I know. It was the weirdest thing ever.
This kind of hit me out of the blue. I had no idea.
Oh, you hadn't seen – there's a video.
Okay.
That's not just a video.
Billy. Your boy was strategic.
Okay.
I wasn't about to get beaten one-on-one.
Okay.
Like, that's what we do.
You used what you had.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't flashy. I wasn't doing no crossovers. Give me the ball. I'm going to back you down, and I'm going to score.
Fair enough.
And that's what happened.
He backed him down. He's 77 pounds. And he backed him down.
Hey, man.
Under the rim.
This is what I heard.
You got to do what you got to do. Girth is okay.
Listen, he said, you can't beat me in basketball. And I said, how much? He said, I said, hey, let's bet your entire paycheck, double or nothing.
Oh, my
And he said,
God.
he said, I can't do that. He said, I got $200 on it. And I literally looked at the guys and said, go buy a basketball.
$200?
Yeah, he lost $200. He basically, we actually played for some Jordans. The new Jordan 13s, Cam got them in. And basically I won.
So you get them.
So I get him. He lost $200 because he had to pay Cam. Listen, man, it is what it is. Sometimes, ballers are going to ball. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let's play. I hadn't played in a long time.
I hadn't played in a long
That's
time.
what I told him, too. I want to play for $200.
I'll play both of y'all for $200.
I ain't backing you down. I'm just shooting.
Not back-to-back. You're going to lose then.
My money's on Billy.
No, Billy, hey, I'm not going to leave Billy wide open. I might lose against Billy because he can shoot. But Brian Bolt, if he's going to shoot, he hadn't played basketball in forever, he's going to lose.
It's like riding a bicycle. You let me warm up. I'll take two shots and I'll be ready to go.
Listen, Ronald Michael Ramba was the MVP of his village. He showed us some paperwork on it, and he couldn't even hit the backboard. It was wild. Anyway, I'm 1-0 in October or September, whatever month we're in.
Are we on?
Yeah, are we live?
Just want to let y'all know.
What to make sure we post everybody to skip to like the 9-minute mark to start to really.
This is really when it starts. Well, we've got some good guests on coming tonight.
Yeah, really, really good guest.
Which one of y'all just snorted like a hog?
That was me, baby.
Golly.
For some reason, over the last week and a half, it's been frequently.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we got some Texas fans that won't even shave. They're in such depression. So
he's growing it out. He said he's trying to look younger.
Oh.
You know what?
I think it does.
You know what women say? They say that the beard is a man's makeup.
Really?
That's what they say.
That's just for ugly guys.
Not for redheads. It's to cover up some of my chins. I got more. Well,
I got to let mine grow down lower to try to cover up my double chin. But Texas, we got Texas High on tonight.
Is it homecoming?
Homecoming week.
Shout out. Let's go.
Homecoming week. Yep. Got a lot of festivities and got some tonight on the show. Got some high steppers coming in. We're going to give some shout outs to all the girls on the homecoming court and got some playmakers here.
Got a couple coaches we haven't had on before.
Coaches hadn't had on and really big night.
So a couple faces that you've seen on here before, and a couple new faces on here. So we like to try to spread the love, and so we've got a couple coaches that haven't been on here so far, and looking forward to talking with them tonight.
Yeah. So games in town this week. Well, we got Arkansas High playing Magnolia at home.
That's right.
7 p.m. kickoff.
Yep. First conference game.
Okay, and Texas High's playing Mount Pleasant at home. Liberty Ilo's at Life Waxahachie. Pleasant Grove's off.
Yep.
All right then.
That's right.
Yep.
So you got 2 games in town. Go check one out.
Yeah, we'll have both of them streaming. And if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, check the Longview Lobos game out. You can catch it on the same YouTube page you watch the other games.
Right. And also, like you said, it's homecoming this week at Texas High. So big week for them.
I'm excited to see this homecoming game because with them playing Mount Pleasant, the Tigers are going to win.
Yeah.
I've got the Tigers -7.
So
200.
But I do think that your Texas High Tigers are going to.
Did Billy just say he bets on high school football?
Didn't say that.
No, I do think that Texas High is going to play Mount Pleasant too good. And I do think that by the time that the homecoming court, is it halftime or do y'all do it before the game?
Halftime.
Okay. By the time that the homecoming queen is crowned, I think this game's over.
You know,
I think it's pregame.
Oh, you think that they do it during pregame?
I think they actually do both.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's pregame.
Well, either way, I think Texas High
You're
has
exactly
this,
right,
has this
Morgan.
well handled by halftime against Mount Pleasant.
Well, I sure hope so. I hope it's by the time that the court's
So, yeah, Mount Pleasant they have that really good wide receiver. They have the 4-star defensive tackle.
I think he's 4-star, yeah.
Yeah, dude can ball.
Yep.
He's going to cause a lot of problems for the offensive line, but, I mean, I just can't imagine a scenario where Bryson McHenry doesn't go off. The defense, I mean, they've been playing really, really good football.
You know, Mount Pleasant, we went down there last year, and they punched us in the mouth a couple of times and held the game close. And, you know, I remember it being a really cold night and real windy, but, man, it's going to be a perfect night for football Friday night.
You remember that, Brian?
Absolutely, I do.
Mr. Absolutely. That's his nickname,
Mr.
Mr. Absolutely.
I will give you the first absolutely on that one.
One of our camera guys, pointing at the guy behind the camera, he showed up in shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah. There were a lot of people that night that showed up in that.
It got cold quick. I do remember that getting cold quick.
It was about like it is out here right now when I left Texarkana and when I got to Herschel's in Mount Pleasant for my chicken fried steak, it was freezing cold.
Well, and then we also stood on the top row. There was a 40-mile-an-hour wind blowing. There was nothing stopping it.
Man, once I get to ringing those cowbells, I get warm.
I didn't have any cowbells. It was just us and a computer, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
nothing
bolts
was
up
stopping
there.
it.
Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely.
Well, look, Morgan, I know you got to get out of here.
I see how you're doing it.
But in all seriousness, we've got a great lineup coming tonight. We know Morgan, he's only going to be on here for the first segment with us. He's going to go catch some Pee-wee football tonight,
Man,
being a great dad.
Got to get out there and watch the kids practice.
Yeah.
You know, and help them out a little bit. You know, since I'm 1-0 on the day, I figure I might go out there and show them things.
You can have the cameras on just in case you get a little moss or something?
No.
Okay.
Although we do have a really good commercial coming up soon.
Ooh.
You're going to like it.
Awesome.
You know, we're out here giving back to the young youth.
Well,
Nice.
good.
Teaching them a little bit of football.
Cool.
Might have, you know, game day versus 6-year-olds. You don't ever know what's going to happen.
Really? Wow.
You know, I got a mean stiff arm against a 6-year-old.
Child abuse right here live on the air.
Yeah, if it's your kid, it is what it is.
It's okay unless it's in the throat.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, I don't mean to cut anybody off. I'm going to try to keep us on schedule as much as we can tonight. Morgan, we wish you could be here with us all night.
Yeah, man.
We hate to see you go.
I bet you do.
But we got a great lineup coming tonight. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back with Coach Elliott, who is the wide receivers coach for the Tigers, and a couple players right after these messages.
Not long ago, Samantha had to raise her hand to leave the classroom. Just like that, she had to decide her future. She knew she wanted to go to college, but she wasn't ready to choose her major. So she enrolled at Texarkana College. At a fraction of the cost of a university, Samantha can start on her basics while she decides what she wants to do with her future. Start here at Texarkana College.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Live back here at Walk-Ons. We've got some special players with us tonight in the first segment. And coach that I don't think we've had on in a while, Lane Elliott. Coach Elliott, you're with the wide receivers this year, correct? And with the running backs last year?
Yes, sir.
What's kind of been your transition, your biggest transition from last year to this year as far as position groups?
It's kind of similar in certain parts. We came in last year. I came into the running backs after losing Tracy Cooper, and I had a couple guys that had played other positions, or like Braylon and Vontre have both been on the defense side, and then they moved over to running back, hadn't really played much. And then this year, other than Blake, who's done a great job stepping up and being a leader for us, we have a bunch of young guys that's never played on varsity on Friday nights. So and Blake's done an excellent job helping us out there.
Blake, tell us a little bit about the transition from this summer into the first part of this year, kind of what you expected, in yourself and the team, and kind of where it's gone.
Well, like he said, it's a bunch of young guys. I was the only receiver last year that came back.
Yep.
And it's been fun, because last year I was with a bunch of guys older than me, and I was following after them, and now it's kind of I got guys following me, and it's been fun to kind of help them, watch them improve, and it's a good group. So.
And we also got Austin Miller on with us. Austin, tell us a little bit about what's going on for you, because this is kind of a little bit new to you, right? Austin's a kicker and punter, correct? Mm-hmm. And so tell us kind of your transition to high school and what led you to do this.
Yes, sir. Well, so I started off last year with as a backup kicker in the playoffs for Oscar. I didn't play. I came in for the playoff games, never put on a football helmet before. Started practicing then. Oscar sort of taught me how to kick. Came in, been practicing all summer.
Taught you how to kick a football.
Yes, how to kick a football.
Not a soccer ball,
Yes.
because we do that.
Yes, I've been playing soccer all my life.
Right.
That's been my main sport. But then coming in and kicking footballs, learning how to do that, it's been fun.
And so your first time out this year, your first time varsity football, you go 100%, right? You're
Yes, sir.
100% so far?
Yes, sir, except for the 40 game.
That's what, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So not only does he
Almost.
kick, but he's also a TikTok guy from what I hear.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right. He's good
So
on
do they
TikTok.
so do they let you do the TikTok because you kind of don't have to practice all practice? You just get a couple kicks in and then TikTok the rest of the time?
I guess so.
Well, big shout out from Game Day because you do a good job with that.
Thank you.
And another thing about his kicks is a lot of times you get caught up in the extra points and the field goals and the punts. But where he's really deadly is he kicks it in the end zone off the tee.
Yeah.
And man, you don't know how a valuable asset that is. So kudos.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely. And Coach, where did you come from? Where'd you get your start at? For people that don't know you, tell a little bit more about yourself and kind of where you got started at.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I've kind of been all over Texarkana. Graduated from Pleasant Grove, played football and baseball, basketball there. And then my first coaching job was at Liberty Ilo, and I coached in middle school over there, helped with the varsity some. And then Coach Norton and them, I came over his last year, helped coach mainly JV and freshman football. And then when Coach Stanford got here, I started working my way up in varsity.
So you're going to Arkansas High next?
Not planning on it.
Just kidding. But done a real good job. And Blake, over the last couple of years, just getting to know you and watching you play and stuff like that. I mean, what has it meant playing for Texas High? I mean, how does it feel knowing that, you don't have much longer left? Right. But, I mean, just tell us how it feels to go out and wear that orange. I mean, and those sweet helmets that you got. I wish I'd had one of those when I was your age. But how does it feel to go out there and do that?
It's almost surreal. Like, I just remember – I mean, I've always been in the TISD district, I remember watching high school games and, like, looking at those guys, like, those were like NFL players to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, like, huge, and it's just – it's weird to think, like, even my freshman year, I was like – it was weird to think like I'd ever actually be playing varsity.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to think that it's like me, Friday nights.
And here's what you don't understand is there's, you were that young kid watching all those guys like him. There's people that are watching you right now, and you don't think about that all the time, but those guys are down there playing football on the side like you were and doing all that and then watching you. So always want to give back like you do and for them.
Yeah, because it means a lot more. And because you've seen it, but you don't think about it when you're out there on the field or you're practicing or you're getting off the bus, and you don't really see all the little kids that are like, they just watch you get off the bus, and their eyes are big, and you're their hero. All of you, coaches, players, everybody. They don't know the difference between everybody. And so, but you're their heroes, and you remember what it was like back then.
And I wear a lot of Texas High stuff. A lot of them come up to me and asking for autographs.
They think you're Coach Stanford. Coach Stanford, can I get your autograph?
No, he's not. I'm not near as good looking as Coach Stanford.
Well, big game coming up this week. Of course, every game is big, and I know that coaches don't really like this week coming up because it's homecoming. Players love it, especially the girls, but, a lot of distractions going on. So, Coach, kind of tell us how you're taking this week on, you and the rest of the coaching staff with homecoming coming up.
Yes, sir. It's always, like you said, it's always a challenge, especially dealing with kids getting their tuxedos, getting their dates and things like that. But we try to make it as normal as we can for them, try to make it just like a normal week. And especially, it's not only is it homecoming, it's first district game. Hadn't played many. We've lost a couple games here on the way, so it's going to be a big test for us, and it's a huge game for us.
So speaking of dates
and homecoming,
do girls ask the guys or do guys ask the girls? I know sometimes it gets who asks who.
Speaking of homecoming,
the guys ask the girls.
Speaking of homecoming and distractions and girls,
let's get a little distraction real quick.
Do it.
Am I up?
That's funny.
You're up.
Hey, Hallie.
What, Blake?
You want to go to homecoming? You want to go down the road?
You're live, and there's millions of viewers. Don't shoot my man down. We need a big game out of him Friday night.
Yes, Blake. Okay.
So you and Hallie, how do y'all know each other? Tell us.
Me and Hallie have been like best friends since like 5th grade.
Yeah, we've known each other for a very long time.
That's cool. And Hallie is Pleasant Grove and an athlete over there, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Hallie, how does it feel to just get asked from one of the biggest studs at Texas High?
Feels great, I guess. Never mind, actually.
No, that's awesome that y'all are friends and cool that Hallie that you came and did that. But Blake, back to we need you to focus for the coaches up here and Coach Stanford's back there watching this and everything. So we wouldn't let Austin do this on the air. We just let you. He's just a kicker, right? No, we appreciate it, and we appreciate y'all coming. We got Brian back there. Anyway, we'll see you right back here in just a minute with some more coaches and players.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, we're back live at Walk-Ons with Texarkana Game Day, and it's Texas High Homecoming Week. We got on with us Jay Davis on this segment, and Coach Spencer, who's the defensive back coach for Texas High, and Derek Brown, senior, going to the University of Texas. That's okay.
And
University of Texas.
That's where I will be Saturday, watching them beat down Tech.
See, I would have been, but I got to go to homecoming.
That's right. It's all right. You get to go to homecoming. You got to go to homecoming. You better not say that around here. You know, people listening in here. And Michael Thomas, defensive back at Texas High. Guys, y'all had a pretty good year on the defensive side of the ball. Talk a little bit about what you thought coming into this year, and then coach you first, and then kind of what's going on so far.
Yeah, no, the first thing is just laying the foundation down, getting better every single week. That's what preseason is all about, getting better. And so far we've been doing that. We've been getting better every single day.
Derek Brown.
Honestly, I think we got the talent and everything, and we've been executing good, but we just gotta everybody been getting better at everything, and plus we done had another extra week off from the bye week, so I think we're gonna come to this game very prepared.
Mike.
Coming into off season, I knew it was going to be a good year. We all was at summer workouts putting in work, and then we got to the season. The season started. We started this year off good. We're undefeated so far, and yeah, we just got to stay focused. Keep everything like it should be.
Well, Coach, one of the stereotypes that are out there for defensive backs is the reason they're on the defensive side is they can't catch. But one of the things that I've noticed this year, that's not true for your team. So how are you able to get those receivers from your offensive coordinator to play on your defense? I mean, how are you able to convince your offensive coordinator that, hey, share the wealth and let me get these guys back here on the defensive back side?
It's just putting the right guys in the right position. We got athletes everywhere, so we're just blessed to have them and put them in the right position. But like I tell them, we can have no missed opportunities. So those drop balls, those missed tackles are missed opportunities that we need to capitalize on. So that's why we got to make sure we overcome all that.
Well, to me, anytime that your defense can make that, I'm going to say a back-breaking play, I mean, that just humiliates the other team and just causes their morale just to drop. And, I mean, it's been fun to see that from the Texas side of the ball this year and having them, take them out.
That's true. It's all about energy. And momentum. So those big hits that we get, it gets the crowd going, gets the sideline going, and now we got momentum in our favor. So now our offense can feel motivated to come out and make a play.
D. Brown, y'all ended up losing a guy on the defensive line, correct?
Yeah.
Is he out for the year?
No.
No, he's not out for the year.
He will be
All right.
back in Jacksonville.
Nice. What talk a little bit about the defensive line this year, just what y'all see. Is defensive line, there's a lot of talk about the defensive line last year, and it was all true, everything that was talked about. But there's not a drop off this year in the defensive line, correct?
No, not really. But it's just that we're undersized, and really that doesn't mean nothing because we all got speed and we can get around everything. If we just come off the ball, which we've been doing, we just gonna keep dominating the line of scrimmage.
Michael, what about the defensive backs?
Oh yeah, the secondary. We just got to stay focused at the end of the day. We got really good athletes. We got smart players on the field. We just all got to stay focused.
And one of the things that I hear is, someone will say, okay, well, Mount Pleasant, they got this really good receiver or whatever. And kind of what I tell them when someone says that like that is I say, hey, look, so did Longview. So did Forney.
Exactly.
So everybody we play's got a really good receiver, if not 2 or 3. So, I mean, y'all are, Coach prepares y'all in the off season and prepares y'all every week for the best, and so y'all usually get the best out of, yourselves.
Yeah, we're not really worried about any receiver we go against because we always know that we got our brothers for help.
And honestly, like, who not gonna be prepared guarding Blake and be hard?
That's true. Yeah,
that's
y'all
true.
go against them every day in practice,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
very true.
For sure.
Well, I think that the team speed on the defensive side has been what's impressed me the most this year, with Texas High's defense. And, I shared at the first segment, of course, y'all don't need to agree with this, but I think that this game's over by halftime. I think the defense is going to shut them down. Defense is probably going to have a couple scores. Offense is definitely going to score at will. And so, I just think that it's going to be that team speed's just going to be overwhelming for Mount Pleasant.
Talk a little bit about is the game any bigger for y'all than a pre-district game? This being the first district game, this being homecoming, is it bigger to y'all because it's a homecoming game and the festivities that go along with it, or?
Yeah, it's bigger because of the homecoming game, but also because it's our first district game, and everybody want to beat us because we're defending district champs. I mean, who not finna try to knock them off?
Exactly. Yeah, this is the first game of the season that actually matters. Honestly, yeah.
So it's not that much that it's homecoming. It's district.
Yeah.
It's a different season, like Coach Stanford talks about.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Coach, how are y'all able to work through what I'm going to call as a distraction, just because it's not every week you have homecoming, but just the different, the parades and the announcement of who wins and the different activities that y'all have. How are you able to keep your guys grounded and keep them focused?
It's all about being locked in. All that's fine pregame, all that's fine, but once you step on the field, hey, nothing else matters. We can enjoy that and have all the festivities after the game, but during the game, we all got to be locked in, tuned into the next play.
Ooh, I feel sorry for Mount Pleasant.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, we appreciate you, but we really appreciate Ace for coming on. And Ace, can you say go Tigers?
Say go Tigers. Ace, say go Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers. That's right. We'll be right back with some more players for Texas High.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. It's Wednesday, and we got some Texas High action going on here. And we're going to come back real quick and give an award out. We have got the Week 3 Defensive Award, and this week the MVP of Week number 3. The game against Forney is going to go to Derek Brown. Derek, we want to give you
well-deserved.
This, sponsored by State Bank.
Off.
State Bank, Gregor, and Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital.
Thank you.
So we appreciate them for being a sponsor.
You know what's
And so we're going to sit this up where everybody can see it.
AKA Mr. Texas.
Also, we got some helmet stickers for you there, MVP stickers.
Throw them on.
One of the cool things about that is that teams game plan against him.
Yeah.
When you've got a stud like that, teams game plan against him. So when he gets an award like that, you know that he's really showed out, really gone above and beyond. So it's really, really cool Kudos to you, D. Brown.
And so to go with this, we know you've already got one a couple weeks ago, but not this big. And so got a company, Smallwoods, that makes these.
Yeah.
And so
Longview, Texas.
Yep, absolutely. And so it's family owned, established 2012, Smallwoods. And so here you go. Got him a big old picture right here he can put in his room.
Got the cookies off the top shelf, baby.
That's right. And so he's got a Mr. Got Mossed right there on there.
I don't play with kids.
But Derek, hey, congratulations. Had a great couple games already, and we look forward to another big one this week at homecoming.
Yep. I'm going to give y'all a show for sure.
All right. Well, our week number 3, defensive MVP, Derek Brown. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more Texas High right after this.
Right now at all Greg Orr Auto Collection locations in Texarkana. Shop from your phone, online, or in person and make no payments up to 120 days with record low interest rates, drastic price reductions, and huge incentives on our vast and pristine selection. Plus, for sales or service, we will even pick up and deliver your vehicle to you. For all the money-saving details, please visit gregorauto.com. That's gregorauto.com.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Let's go. Yeah.
Welcome back to Walk-Ons. It's Wednesday night here with Texas High.
That's perfect.
That was pretty good. You got to
wait. Was that not
a
the
little
real
more
thing?
emotion? Yeah, that was a real thing. Give it to us one more time with a little more emotion.
Welcome back to Texas High. It's Wednesday night. We're here with Texas High. We got Darren Finley and Razorback Billy here with us.
That's exactly right.
He doesn't know the rest.
Oh, no.
Ain't no way.
We got cut off here.
Somebody kicked the switch. I think we're still going to be live.
Think they can hear us?
Can you hear us online? All right, we can't hear each other, but we're still on.
All right.
So nobody get to cussing.
We got Brayson McHenry and Derek Finley with us. Darren, you're on the defensive side of the ball. Tell us a little bit about defense this year and what you see out of your team so far.
I feel like on the defense side, I think we can do a lot better than we did last year if we keep keeping our head on, keep doing what we keep doing, and not being soft. If we come out the ball every play, I feel like we can do great things.
Now, I'm going to say Mr. Finley because when I saw you walk up here, you look like a Mack truck. Yeah. What position do you play?
I play middle linebacker. I really play everything.
Whatever they say, huh?
Yeah, wherever they want me to play, I'll play it.
Well, from size alone, I'm sure you have the offensive teams a little wide-eyed at the snap of the ball. So I've been impressed with how your defensive plays has been playing so far, and I expect it to only do the same as y'all go into Mount Pleasant. What are you looking for specifically for this game to make yourself better and the team better?
Really, just like Coach always tell us, 80% of the game is mental and 20% is physical. Like I'm trying to make that 90% mental though, because they like to play with your eyes. So I'm trying to work on my eyes better to make sure that I put my team in a better position to make plays and stuff.
Brayson, talk a little bit about the offensive side of the ball this year and what's going on. And are you seeing more this year that teams are game planning against your throwing ability because of what you did last year?
Yeah, I think just because there's a year of film now, we threw it a lot last year. They're going to have some stuff for us just based off of, everything they've seen. But offensively, the offensive line's starting to come along pretty good. The receivers really came along the last game. Cody Reese played really good. Blake did. Brandon Hall had a really good game. So it's all starting to kind of come together, and hopefully we can keep it rolling.
It seems like on the offensive side of the ball last year, even though you had people like Blake who had, multiple touchdowns, where you had Ryan Sellers out there, and a lot of times you just throw it up to him, he'd go up and get it, and we'd score. Seems like this year there's a smorgasbord, and it looks like from just a 2-game window that it doesn't matter to you who it is. Whoever's open, you're going to get the ball to, and they're going to do what they need to do. And last game, even though Cody had a couple of good catches and Blake had a couple of good catches, B. Hall really shined. And I noticed about 3 times him coming across the middle and you hitting him, the ball gets there right before the defender, and he hangs on to it. Talk a little bit about the confidence that gives you in a young guy. He's a sophomore, right? And a young guy like that you get knowing that you've got several playmakers out there.
Yeah, knowing I can trust him to go across the middle and make a catch like that, it gives me confidence for one, and then it just builds confidence in him. He's kind of young, and just making catches like that, it's just going to keep making him get better and better. And then I like what you said about all of our receivers. They can't really just key in on one guy. They've got to respect everybody, even our tight ends. Nate had 3 or 4 catches last week, Jaden Kelly too, so they really have to kind of play it balanced. They can't just focus on one guy.
Well, last year, you really opened my eyes on how calm you are once the ball's, in your hands. And how are you able to, even at the high school level, I'm seeing you go through some progressions, and that's not seen a lot at the high school level. How have you been able to develop that way?
Just a lot of hard work. I watch a lot of film, So, I kind of know what's going to happen and what to look for before the play. Our coaches do a great job of preparing us during the week and getting us ready for those situations, and, setting up plays so I can do that stuff. And then ultimately just having confidence in the offensive line and not getting too jittery back there, just kind of, like you said, staying calm and going through it all.
Tell you what I noticed this year. I've always known that you had a rocket arm. I noticed those wheels this year. Been using those a little bit more, huh? Talk a little bit about that. Have you gotten faster? Have you done something to get faster? Or is that just you've gotten older and faster?
I think a little bit of both. I definitely put in a lot of hard work this offseason, trying to get faster. I knew that me running would be more of a part of our game plan this year.
Do you consider that a weapon for yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Whether it's designed runs or just having to get out of the pocket and make a play, it makes the defense have to respect it, and it kind of takes some pressure off the offensive line and our running backs whenever we need it.
Well, from a defensive perspective, we're about to go into district. You've got the district title to defend from last year. I see your offense scoring a lot this year, so that means you're going to be on the field a lot more. How have y'all prepared as far as just being conditioned to be able to get through this long stretch of district?
Really just keeping our head straight. Really, I don't know. You play a game, play ball. Don't quit. Just keep going. If a big play happens, just next play, let's go. And we trying to get a 3 and out the best as we can. So, and stop penalties. Really, they really would have been killing us for past years. Really been plenty. So we've been working on that too.
I know both of y'all been getting looks at some good colleges. Is that what both of you want to do?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Well, guys, before we go, can y'all hear? You can hear in your?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just saying I haven't been talking because I can't hear, but homecoming's coming up. You know, we've already embarrassed one guy. Are y'all worried that we're going to embarrass you two? Because I know somebody's girlfriend's here.
Oh yeah, a lot of people's girlfriends.
So do y'all have y'all got dates for homecoming?
Yeah, I didn't see Billy's girlfriend.
All right. I'm just making sure. Just making sure.
Mine doesn't even watch the show.
I'm just making sure we didn't need to get them up here to get us. We're just trying to help you guys out.
Yeah. Because we got Blake a date. I mean, we could get.
If we can get Blake a date, we can get anybody a date. Okay.
Darren might need a little help.
I don't need no little help.
Well, here's your time to shout it out right here where they can see it live. Is there somebody that you want?
I already got mine.
There we go.
Oh, we got sound
going back on.
Every day.
Well, guys, just when we get sound back, it's time to go. But we appreciate you for coming on here, looking for another big game from you guys, and always fun to watch you on the field. And so we wish y'all nothing but the best. Stay out of trouble. Stay focused. It's homecoming week. I know what that can be like. So,
Yes, sir.
But we look forward to a big game. Come out, Billy, 7 o'clock? Is it
7:30.
7:30. Okay, so 7 o'clock maybe homecoming festivities.
Yep.
And then 7:30.
You better get there early. It's going to be a big crowd.
All right. Well, we're hoping for a big crowd over at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park. So come out 7 o'clock, catch some homecoming festivities, and 7:30 kickoff. You can catch it right here on Texarkana Game Day. And so, anybody got anything else?
Nah.
Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go Tigers.
Go
All
Tigers.
right. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. We're going to get to the best-looking group of the night. We're going to have the high steppers on. Nothing
Get
against
them
you
off
guys.
of here.
Yeah. We'll be right back after these commercials.
back at walk-ons for Texas High homecoming week, and we don't have any of those ugly football players or coaches. We've got all of the pretty girls we could find in here. We've got 3 of the high steppers for Texas High. Then we got Miss Lauren Allred. And I want to give a special shout out to all of the homecoming maids. 1, Lauren Allred, Jalen Gillette, Kerrigan Brush, Ellison Davis, Helen Clark Hayes, Kalea Edmonds, gosh, Miss Olivia George, Talisha Golston, Logan Pilgreen, Jolie Eisenhower, Leela Kenny, and Riley McDuffie. So congratulations to a couple of y'all. And let's start with Miss Davenport down here. She's a junior at Texas High. And tell us a little bit about yourself as far as dance and how you became a Texas High stepper and when.
Yes, sir. So I have been dancing with Judith McCarty School of Dancing. This is my 14th year doing that. And I have been a high stepper now. This is my 3rd year. And I'm a junior social officer this year.
Cool. And then we have Miss Reese Langdon.
So I've taken dance with Lizzie since we were 3, so at Judith McCarty. So I have the same story as her. This is my 3rd year as a Texas High Stepper, and I'm the social officer president.
And then we have Miss Olivia George.
Yes, so I'm Olivia George. I am captain of the Texas High Steppers. I have been dancing starting 15 years now. I dance at Miss Gail Barrow's All-Stars Dance Center. And yeah.
Talk a little bit. I'm going to get to you, Miss Allred, but y'all talk a little bit about this week in particular being homecoming week and what it means as far as high steppers, not as far as being on homecoming court, but just what it means to high steppers. Is it a bigger week than a pre-district game for y'all?
Oh, I would definitely say that it's a much bigger week than any other week, just because we are having to do a pep rally Thursday night, and then Friday we have our game. And so not only are we working one dance for halftime, we're having to work 2 dances, and we even auditioned today our prom for next week that we will be doing during halftime. So
when do you find out if you made it?
We always find out our results Sunday night.
Are y'all ever worried about it? Nah, come on.
Sometimes.
Amber's watching
I don't know.
somewhere.
Today, I don't know.
For sure. Y'all talk about the same question that I asked Olivia. Is it a different week for y'all?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's homecoming week is always jam-packed. So many things going on. She said we have the pep rally and the football game. So those are 2 performances, and we have to really focus and make sure those are clean during the whole week. So yeah, it's a little more stressful, but it's always so much fun.
Race.
Especially transitioning from having a bye week to switching right into homecoming week.
That's so hard.
It was kind of like a shock. We kind of forgot how it was like having practice till 5:30 and then 7:20 in the morning practice, and now we're starting that back up, but we're happy to do it.
Special video in the day of the life of a high stepper, and we're going to show that right now before we talk a little bit more.
Oh my God. I watched this video.
All right, we're back on. So that's a day in the life of a high stepper, and so it gives us a little bit of a sneak peek kind of into what y'all's life is, and Olivia being on homecoming court. Talk a little bit about, and I'm going to ask both of y'all this question. This is Miss Lauren Allred, and Lauren wasn't asked to be on here until she showed up, so we kind of hit her out of the blue. But y'all talk a little bit about how you figured out that y'all were on the homecoming court.
So it starts off with ballot. And so we all vote, and then whenever you go up to vote for court, that's just how you find out if you're on ballot or not. And when I found out, I was so excited just because it's such a big honor because our school is so large. So to be narrowed down to be one of the girls on ballot, I was just so honored. and so blessed for that experience. And then it was so funny because I had Miss Waldrop fourth period whenever we found out if we made court or not. So I was just sitting there, and then all the boys just start walking, and they have these flowers, and they all hand us like a rose, and I was like, oh, I feel so special. It was so funny. But again, I'm just so grateful. I'm so blessed to be on court.
Lauren, same thing?
Same thing, except I was not in Miss Waldrop's class. I was in accounting. And Jalen Gillette, she's also on court. She was sitting next to me, and it was a bit awkward because we were in the middle of a lesson learning how to figure out assets or something. And then you hear the knock at the door, and Jalen goes to open it, and then she like falls over because the dude who'd given her flower, like they're buddies, so they were just laughing. And then it was kind of awkward because nobody knew exactly what to do. But other than that, it did make you feel a little special.
Talk a little bit about the sports that you play and talk about the season that you see, what's going on so far.
So I play softball and volleyball, but we're currently in volleyball season. And right now we are 4-0 in district, and we play Mount Pleasant on Friday.
I'll tell you, I came to a game earlier this year, and I've followed volleyball since Trayana Rush played, and really love. I'm telling you, the team this year is really, really, really fun to watch. And fundamentals are really, really good. And it's just fun to watch all this year. So anybody that's watching this, go out and check out the volleyball girls. They're really, really good at what they do. Talk a little bit about softball when it's coming up. Your senior year, right?
Yes. Senior year, and we have our new coach, Lacey Middlebrook. So I think it's going to be really good bringing a new energy into the game. And she's going to have a different view from what Coach Hatfield had, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out.
Cool. Well, we really appreciate y'all being on with us. I'm going to tell you, I come on game day. I don't do the broadcast, but I come on at halftime every time, and one thing that I always say is that Texas High wins halftime every game, and y'all do a great job. I know Amber Reynolds is proud of y'all, and y'all keep up the hard work.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
We'll be right back at Walk-Ons for Texas High Takeover Homecoming Week.
Not long ago, Samantha had to raise her hand to leave the classroom. Just like that, she had to decide her future. She knew she wanted to go to college, but she wasn't ready to choose her major. So she enrolled at Texarkana College. At a fraction of the cost of a university, Samantha can start on her basics while she decides what she wants to do with her future. Start here at Texarkana College.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield, we're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
close this thing down. Homecoming week. It's going to be a big week for the students, big week for the team, starting to defend their district crown. Billy, what do you think?
Well, before I get into the game, I want to give a special shout out to Miss Waldrop, Susan Waldrop, who is in charge every day at Texas High of all the festivities and does a fantabulous job. Fabulous job is what she would call it. Fabulous is her word. But man, I'm telling you, you go to any Texas High event and you see her there. You see Raj, you see your husband, you see some of her kids. You talk about family a lot, and that family means a whole lot to Texas High and TISD and what they do. And I could not mention Miss Waldrop and what she does. Everything that she does, or everything that you'll see Friday night pregame is Miss Waldrop.
Yeah, and you don't realize how big of a deal that is. There's a lot of people, like us guys that are involved in sports, and we focus all on the football game. But you understand, I mean, the majority of the crowd there Friday night is not worried about the football game.
That's exactly
Nothing
right.
against the football team or anything, but they've got, kids there that are cheering or in the band or on the homecoming court. And, I mean, family's going to be in to see, whoever walk across the field with their boyfriend or whatnot.
That's right.
So, by the way, a big shout out to Blake. Finally got him a date tonight.
I mean, golly.
I mean, his mom said it had been months. I mean, he'd asked 5 girls, and nobody said yeah.
And we're talking about Saturday nights, the dance, and here it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
A guy like him holds out and gets the pretty girl.
Yeah.
He did okay.
That's right.
He did okay.
Yeah, and I don't know him very well, but he asked me if she doesn't say yes tonight, would you go with me? And I was like, look, I like you, man, but I don't know if I could go.
No, seriously, to answer your question, Jay, I don't see a big win by Texas High. I think only having 2 pre-district games, I think it's going to slow you down a little bit. I think having a game and then off, a game and then off, I think it's going to take – and this is what happened for our last game is we have a week off, we come out, we play a little bit sloppy, and then get it. So I'm looking – where you said it's over by halftime, I'm thinking it's going to be that second half. And who knows, that may be one of the things that Coach Stanford and the staff is preaching this week is, hey, let's go out and punch them in the mouth and get this thing over with early. So you may be right. But anyway, I'm saying we'll come out a little bit slow and try to get our feet under us after an off week.
And see, I think that Forney game set up perfectly for this because it was a little slow coming out.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that was coached a little this week. And because there's going to come a time, and I think it's going to be more playoff time for Texas High. But, there's going to be very few games left that coming out slow is going to be where they can overcome that.
That's right.
And so I do think that Forney game, there's lots of things that they were able to get better and coach through and get ready for, and to be able to go back to later in the season and say, all right, guys, we started out slow against Forney. Let's kick it in gear and let's get this thing going.
And the thing is you got all of the distractions. You got asking girls to go to the dance. You got girls asking you to go to the dance now.
And how to tie your bow tie.
All kinds of stuff.
Whoa. You tie bow ties?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a clip-on? I knew it.
Well, I mean, first off, I don't own a bow tie. I don't own one. But any one I've ever worn, I mean, I wore one in my wedding. I mean,
you may not go back. Once you do, you may not go back.
The bow tie's it.
That's right.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to stop the show.
The thing is, there's a ton of distractions. But the thing is once that smoke goes out and you run through that tee, all those distractions are gone. It's go out and play football.
Smoke.
Orange smoke, white smoke, black smoke. We're going to have it all this week.
Oh, man.
Might even see some fire. You never know what you're going to see.
Do not burn the field.
I'm not going to burn the field. But anyway, those distractions are gone. And once once the whistle blows and the ball's kicked, all those distractions are gone, and then it's go play ball. And I think Texas High will do that, and I think they'll take care of business. But, teams like Mount Pleasant that don't have anything to lose but have, some D1 guys that can really, open the game plan up, worry me. And so with all the distractions early, it worries me. But I think we should, have a convincing win.
Jay, on a much more serious note. I was looking for the right word there.
You got it.
Are you looking forward to the video this week? Because I'm looking forward to like a Friday morning video from Razorback Billy,
might be
or
a
the
TikTok.
or the Tiger King. Do you think we'll have one?
Might be a TikTok. It's game day.
Surely he's going to wake up again.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand
up? And he looks like he's getting a little sick, so he may have to call in Friday.
Never know.
May have to call in Friday.
It's a little trick up my sleeve.
Well, if you've never seen him before, Billy does a video at most of the games. All of them or most of them? Okay, all of them. And so go follow him on TikTok. We'll throw you a little plug
Razorback
right here.
Billy.
Razorback Billy on TikTok, and you can catch out his pregame or game day video. They're great.
And we may be able to air this next week, but I did just send the three of us a commercial that I think Billy could start using and send it to Morgan that we can look at possibly next week.
I can't wait.
Really?
Can't wait.
But on that note, we're gonna end this show, and we want y'all to tune in this weekend to both of our in-town games, and look forward to seeing the coverages there.
Yep, Arkansas High playing at home this week. First conference game against Magnolia.
PG off.
My alma mater. Magnolia Panthers coming to town. And PG's off. LE's out of town. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Texas High is at home. Homecoming.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Right. So we're going to end it right here. And so we will be back next Wednesday with more coverage right here on your number one source for Texarkana sports and all of the surrounding areas.